Ooh, okay, good. Let me see before we start. Um, Okay, good. Hey, good day, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome once again. Another day. We'll try. Let's see. I'm gonna set this properly. I think we're good. Okay, welcome once again, guys. It's another day where the stock market has been performing quite well for the day. However, I'm late, extremely late. Let's get into it. The day trading show, and I'll mix everything together. Uh, or let's just go to day trading. I think we'll do the other show tomorrow. Okay, I will show in between. So it's one of those days where I was like, should I go live today or not? And I didn't survive without coming live, guys. It's one of those days, man, where I think so. This was a daily high which was taken. This is a 4H high that I want to use. The opening gap, we've already closed on the opening gap. Okay, there's an opening gap. Yeah. Okay. So as you know, last week I had a negative week. Um, I hope this week it will be better, or I hope it will go well. Um, it's one of those days where this was invaded. We might look for a continuation to the downside, possible, to come back to this entire fair value gap because that held. If we have we might have so there is a possibility of an SMT between Nasdaq and S&P 500. No, there is none. US30, still there's none on US30. So okay, but if we to look at US30, if we to look at this entire range here, we could still be bullish because we erected exactly at 15%, 50%, and we pushed to the upside. So we could still be bullish here in that range. Yeah, I think there is a possibility of bearishness here. So there is 1 hour fair value gap here. So there is this 1 hour fair value gap. The market has already reacted on that 1 hour fair value gap, which could give us a bearish move coming through here. Also, S&P 500 has the same 1 hour fair value gap here. So also we did fail at S&P 500. We did fail to get an invasion of the opening gap, though it was a point of what do you call this? What do you call this now? A draw of liquidity. So a bullish move, a bearish move, I think it's imminent for today. So this is a 15 minutes time frame. PM continue to the downside. I think I'm more into looking for continuation to the downside, given that we've already tapped into this 1 hour fair value gap. We've already tapped into this 1 hour fair value gap. We look to push lower and then light our high as our first target, and perhaps this low as our next target, as possible targets. Um, Bearish, of course, we've already tapped into this 1 hour fair value gap. for which gives me more thing Gucci. We are likely to be bearish. So I'm just gonna remove this one so I don't have a lot of things happening on my chart. We've already tapped into this 1 hour fair value gap. We are consolidating. We could look for continuation to the downside. Same thing, we've tapped there. We have taken this high here. Let me see. Okay, there is also an SMT here. So I am bearish, to be fair. I am bearish for the PM session, but I have to be careful. So there is an SMT between Nasdaq and S&P 500. So S&P 500 managed to create a high here. So being bearish, I think I am primary bearish for the PM session, but already it has given me an inversion fair value gap here. Let me use this as a lighter color so that I'm not confused. And also this. So here there's a 5 minutes inversion fair value gap here. So I just have to be more careful because this 5 minutes inversion can hold and we still continue going up. So that's one thing which we need to be extra careful for. But given that we have an SMT lower, I could be more comfortable going short. And I think I'm more comfortable going short, yeah. Because if we were to look at closely, yeah, perhaps in this range here, if I can get this here, if I can get the break of structure to lower side, I could target this low or that low. Let me see what's happening here. So exactly. So there is a 1 hour inversion. There is a 3 minutes inversion that I can wait for here. And if I get that 3 minutes inversion, I can decide to go short. Okay. We haven't gotten that 3 minutes inversion fair value gap. If we get an inversion of this 3 minutes fair value gap, I think we are set to go short. But however, if we get a continuation to the upside, I don't have any plans to the upside. I will decide when that happens. But I'm bearish for PM session. So what are you guys? Are you bearish or bullish for the PM session? There is that, but I'm gonna just focus on this one, yeah. So there is a 3 minutes inversion fair value gap, yeah. 3M fair VG. So I'm gonna wait for the inversion fair value gap. So my game plan basically is to wait to see the reaction within that inversion fair value gap. Because if we're to look, there is this sort of like a trend line of some sort, trend line liquidity forming up below there that you could look to target. So I think I will be bearish for the PM session tonight. So basically, I'm looking for a continuation to the downside. I think that's what I'm looking for. So we opened lower, we're pushing higher. We have taken already the slash hour high, tapped into the 1 hour fair value gap. It looks like it's still distributing to the upside though. But if I were to get that inversion, I will be happy to go short. I don't have any plans for continuation to the upside. I don't have any plans. The only plans I'll have for continuation to the upside, to be fair, perhaps if this 1 minute fair value, this 1 hour fair value gap start giving something interesting, perhaps I will look for that. But really, I'm not gonna take longs today. I'm not gonna take longs unless we get an invasion and start trading above the 1 hour fair value gap. Perhaps I am gonna look for shorts. But other than that, I mean for longs, other than I'm not gonna look for longs. Yes, for now it's still distributing to the upside. I am not gonna deny that. I am not gonna definitely deny that This one, 3 minutes fair value gap, it is holding. And I think that's when we opened, we reacted back to this 3 minutes fair value gap. If we're to look, yeah, that's where our market is holding. So for those that traded exactly at the market open, they could have said we want to go long on this 3 minutes fair value gap, stop loss maybe just below there. I don't know where could you target, maybe target the high 1:2. But for me, I don't think I have a game plan or something like that. So I am not gonna trade that. Though it's tempting to go long. It is really tempting to go long, but this invasion, that's where my problem is. So the SMT is taken out that I had. Yeah, I don't have any SMT lower as well. You could look to go long, but hey man, for me, I think it's risky for me to go long. For me to go long, I think it's a bit risky. I only want to take longs unless here we get this invasion of this 1 hour here. Perhaps I will start to go long. If S&P 500 gives us a closure somewhere above there, and then I will look for a continuation to this high. But for now, I'm still bearish. I'll just have to be extra careful. So, but anyway, tell me your bias. What's your bias for the PM session? It's a Monday after all, so the market could be slow. We have taken that high on this. Let's see. We've also taken that high. Did you take this high on the other side? Let's see. I don't like that when I move to another pair, it gives me nonsense. We haven't. And there is this 3 minutes fair value gap above, so I just have to be careful. Just have to be careful, not force a trade. The reason why I'm saying I'm not gonna force a trade. Look at this 15 minutes range here. Looking at the 15 minutes range. So exactly now we are reacting on we are reacting on the 50% Fibonacci. So where we could react from to go short. So I think I'm still bearish to be fair. Okay. I could be bearish. Yeah, I am bearish. But you need to be extra careful because you still have this 15 minutes fair value gap above here. So we still have this 15M fair value gap, which is a bearish one above. And so if you're not a bit extra careful, you could be caught in this 15 minutes fair value gap that you'll think you want to go short, but you still want to distribute to the upside to react there. So we have 2 points here, and also we have this one here. So I'm just watching this closely, this two. But already S&P 500 has already reacted at the 50% of the 1 hour time of the 1 hour range. Or the 1 hour fair value gap it has already reacted there. But remember, I spoke about we still have this high here, and that. So what's gonna happen? My game plan basically, in a nutshell. Oh, sorry. So my game plan basically in a nutshell is look for continuation to the downside. We could we could start rejecting here and then we react lower. Also, you could get a move to react at that 15 minutes fair value gap and something like this. Or the premium one. But because I'm just trading the PM session, I'm just gonna be just watching this range here. I'm just gonna be watching at this area what we are getting at that area here. So also that's 50% of the S&P 500 1 hour range. You could start rejecting because already we have already reacted there. So I am just gonna be careful, just not gonna just jump into trades just because it's pushing to the upside and look for a bullishness. No. I'm not gonna do that. I'm just gonna be a bit um, extra careful, a bit extra careful. So if that close, I am gonna use this 5 minute fair value gap to look through this 1 minute closure. If this closes like this, I am gonna look for something like that if we get an inversion and look short, look to go short. I am definitely bearish for the PM session. Please do not forget to like and subscribe. 1 minute before the 5 minutes closure, I think I'm gonna remove this 3 minute fair value gap. Yeah, 1 minute before the 5 minutes closure, which is a very important 5 minutes closure. Then from there, you just have to wait and watch what the market does. Last week I got a whipping, and one of the trade was not part of my plans, and the market dealt with me effectively for doing that. What's happening with US30? Still having the same reaction, but already has taken this high. So if we're to look at US30 in that high, sorry, there and Nasdaq, there is clearly an SMT. Uh, okay, 5 minutes has closed. I know where I'm gonna look. So now I will explain what I'm looking for before I call my beautiful woman. Sorry. So this 5 minutes fair value gap, it's very important now for me. Uh, just change this to a lighter color. Here we go. So this 5 minutes fair value gap, if you get an vision of this 5 minutes fair value gap, I might look to go short if that happens. If not, I guess it's a bullish day and I'm not gonna take a trade because I will be looking for this is distributing to the upside, eh? I could look for something like something wherever to reject on the 1 minute to look for something like this, target this high, low, I mean. So one of the two, but let's wait and see. So my aim now is to just reject there and come lower. If not, I am watching closely this 50 minutes fair value gap because you could reject at that 50 minutes fair value gap. So you just have to be more extra careful when you take such trades. And guys, please do not forget to like and subscribe. I'll truly appreciate it. And just leave a comment. What do you think about my life? Where can I improve? What can I do to improve the life and the experience you have with me? Quickly, let me just quickly make a call. Sorry guys, I'm on a call with my youngest son, so I don't normally I'm not normally work full time, so sometimes to hang him up it's a bit of a problem. Because he misses me. And whenever I want to talk to him and he's not in the mood, he's not gonna talk. So I talk according to his schedule. So apologies about that. But for me right now, it would be interesting to get a break below and a retest. I could take a trade. I could look to go short. I could look to go short. Let me just see. Could look to go short. However, once it reacts here, I'll have to move to break even because you could look for it could do this. You could enter there and the market does this, continue to the upside. So I think if it does this, it's a problem. Hence, I'm saying in this instance, I could look to move to break even also, you see, direction towards the 5 minutes fair value gap. So let's see. We did distribute to the upside, so it's one of those days where there is distribution to the upside, undeniably so. Okay, there was an SMT here. Could have gotten that. You could have gotten this trade here if you wanted, but look what I'm doing. But as I said, I'm bearish for the day, so I don't see a reason for me not being bearish. So this low is very important for me now because it will determine to create a new low on the and react and continue lower. So I'm looking for that. Also watching closely a rejection on this 5 minutes fair value gap. So once I yeah, if I get this 1 minute trade that I'm talking about here, and if it happens, and get it closer below and we start looking to go distribute lower, I am watching, gonna be careful as it comes back to this low, not to do this and retrace back to the upside. So sometimes you gotta be careful. So I'll want more distribute this 1 minute, the next 1 minute. If it opens and close below there and leave this fair value gap here, I could have entered there. But if it doesn't do that, there's no yeah, okay. Let's distribute lower, we get a proper market structure shift and close lower. I could look to go long, to go short, I suppose. Just mark this as my target, yeah. Target, target low. So remember today we didn't do any okay, I think I am gonna look to enter now. What color can I use? Can use red because we are bearish. Oh God, okay. I'm gonna use my phone, pardon me, to enter this trade. There, stop loss just above breathing space. And to target, oh, flip. I should be in this trade. I am entering either way. It's part of my plan. See, stop loss above. Okay, I got a good feel, I should say. Yep, Remember, I am also watching this slow, yeah. Yep. Um, it's a very critical place where I entered. I said I'm bearish and I have to take the losses as they come. Someone else could say, to show you, why don't you put your stop loss just above there? But hey, man, I just don't want to put in so much risk. You see. Sorry, just gonna try get you the view of the trade. Sorry. Sorry, sorry, sorry. Do, 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 do. Thank you, thank you, thank you. And let's see how it plays out. One of the reasons why I'm just a bit at that move here also. It's one of those trades where you be like, I entered good move. So I want to see a more distribution to the downside still. Okay, distributing higher. Uh, am I dark today? Today I seem very dark. Yeah, today I seem very dark. Let me check. Today I'm very dark. Am I dark, guys? Today I seem like I'm very dark. Yeah, today I'm dark. Let me increase the lighting. Hold on for me. Let me increase the lighting. Okay, distribution to the upside. I don't want to get the invasion of this 1 minute fair value gap there because once it does, I think it's gone. This is not looking good. This is not looking good. Already, what do we call this pair? S&P 500 definitely got a loss here. Yeah. I mean, we got invasion of this 5 minutes, so we are distributing higher, for which is something that I didn't want to see. But anyway, when distribution higher comes, it's a bit of a problem for my trade. Yeah. Okay. Already an invasion favorable gap has already happened, for which is not looking, honestly, it's not looking good for me. I should be honest. At this point in time, it's not looking good. Yeah. I think my wife might call now. It's not looking good for me. So guys, tell me what you think. Please do not be scared to comment, guys. Please. I'll truly appreciate it. When I get a whip, you can tell me that, hey, my man, You're being whipped day in, day out. Nah. This this kind of candle, that's not a candle that I want to see. Closing like this, I think it's done for me. It's done. The way it moved, it's done. This is not a kind of candle I want to see. The one that closed very bullish, I would have appreciated a candle that will, oh, okay, I'm almost out. That will close that bearish. But this one, it says to me there's so much bulls on still on. Out. Am I out? Yep, I'm out. Another loss. Yeah, hey. Let me see if I can re-enter if possible. Yeah, ne? Okay, got clapped. Let's see if I can get a re-entry. Okay, 5 minutes straight into that fair value gap. Let's see. Above 50% already. Yep. I've already reacted there, for which there is still a SMT. I will try to re-enter if it will give me an opportunity to. But let me watch closely. Just gonna watch what it wants to do. Really. Just have to watch now. What is the game plan of this? Got clapped. Got clapped. What can I close it like this? Okay, we're right here on the 50 minutes fair value gap. If we get that, I could look for. If we get this invasion of this 15 minutes, I'm not gonna call it a day. I'm not gonna look for trades because the way it's looking like a trade here, it's not gonna work. So I've already been capped again, 3 losses in a row. So sometimes you just have to play safe. I'm not gonna try to become a superhero and take unnecessary trade. Please do not forget to subscribe, guys. I'll really appreciate for you to subscribe. As much as I'm getting clapped, niggas getting clapped. They week in and week out. Flip. Um, yeah. When you get clapped like this, you realize that hey, it's rough. So this is about to close. If it leaves this fair value gap here, I'm hoping that it comes back and invade it. Perhaps I could try again. 3M FVG. Sorry. Okay. Still looking for still continuing to the upside. There's no sign of rejection on that 50-50 minutes fair value gap. I am looking for that rejection from that 50 minutes fair value gap to start distributing lower. It's already 8:30. Is it possible for me to get a rejection here? Let me see. Yeah, those things are bulls, eh? Was my bias totally wrong today? Let's see. Because my bias, if it was totally wrong, I will take a loss, honestly. Like, come on, man. Can't be trapping me like this. Like dealing with me, effectively so. It's been a while without getting such a clapping, eh? So, guys, please like and subscribe. I would really appreciate you liking our lives and subscribing to this channel, guys. I'm not the best trader in the world, and I'll take you through the journey of how I became profitable. So, if you get this invasion here, perhaps I could try to re enter. Could look for something like this, but I'm not gonna be aggressive if I was. Okay, it's rejecting on this 1 minute fair value gap, which is very interesting. So if you get that invasion, I think I'm gonna try again. I'm gonna try again. Someone else might like, oh, dude, perhaps you are wrong. And if your bias is wrong, why don't you take longs then? Yeah, I'm gonna be on the phone, guys. Yeah. To be honest, guys, I'm tired now. Might call in, might call it the day early. Think still doesn't want to distribute to one side or the other. You see, sometimes when your bias is wrong, I take the loss to be fair. Perhaps I rushed into it. So it's still continuing to the upside. So if that gets an invasion, I think I'm gonna call it a night. I am not gonna force the trade. I'm not gonna force a trade. Still continuing. So I think my bias was totally wrong today. And I call it a day, guys. I think um I am not getting what I want. I could have rushed the trade, yeah. Uh, but I'm happy with the trade to be fair. Good move that I want. So I'm just having a serious conversations, yeah. Uh, Come on. Okay, good move. Good distribution. Look, continue, bladder. This low, it's interesting. Are we gonna get a move like that? I thought we'd leave a favor look up, it didn't. And just gonna be watching and see. But remember, I am looking for a reaction like this. So if I get a reaction like this, I'll be very happy. So I'm looking for something like this. If it doesn't happen, I think I could have rushed into a trade. I could have rushed into a trade, but yeah, to be fair, if that happens, I guess the market will be bearish. I could look for what is to do. But at this point in time, uh, the market is not, it's acting up, it's not acting right. I'm being kicked, guys. So one thing I love about this, I think this is one of those trades that I say it's an A plus setup. There's a 3 minute fair value gap here. So if you get really a market structure shift here, chances that will give you invasion value of the 3 minutes. You could look for an entry here to go short. So that's why I'm saying if this happens, this is an A plus setup. So yeah.